Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. So today we are going to start with properties of log. First of all, assuming all terms are defined. What does it mean? Look, if we have log a to the base b, here a is argument and b is what? Base. Since we know that for a log to be defined, there are three conditions. First, argument should be positive, base should be positive, base should not equals to 1. Got it? So this is what does it mean. Is it clear? So first property is what? Log a to the base b equals to m. Now if we have to convert this form in exponential form, what we do? This is something like base to the power right hand side equals to argument. Got it? Remember in last lecture I told you how to memorize it whenever we have go from log to exponential form. So base here is b, base to the power right hand side is m, so base to the power m equals to argument is a. This is not a property, this is a definition. Got it? Second property, if we have log a to the base a, means whenever we will be having argument and base equal, then this will be equals to 1. This is something like what should be the power of a, that is base. What should be the power of base so that we get the argument a? What should be the power of a in order to get a again? Of course, this is 1. A to the power 1 is a. I hope you understood. So this is equals to 1. Property 3. If we have log 1 to the base a, whenever we have argument equals to 1, irrespective of its base, whatever is the base, this is always equals to 0. This is something like what should be the power of a in order to get 1. That is of course a to the power 0. We know that a to the power 0, this is equals to 1. Is it clear? Property 4. A to the power log b to the base a. Now if we have base, here base is a and here this is also a. Whenever we will be having this and this equal to means same, this is what by basic definition we are saying that. It is something like whenever log, it's a number. According to our definition, log is a number. When raised to its base, we get the argument. Remember, in previous lecture, in our first lecture of logarithm, I told it definition of logarithm. Logarithm is a number which when raised to its base, we get the argument. So it's a definition again. So here base is a. When it is raised to its base a, we get the argument, that is b. I hope it is clear. Now, let us have a look on some examples. If we have 3 to the power log 5 to the base 3. Here we can say, see, this is 3, this is also 3. So this will be equals to, of course, 5. Got it? Log, this is a number, base is 3. When it is raised to its base, we will get the what? Argument. Argument is 5 here. I hope it is clear. Pretty enough. Now, 7 to the power log 3 base 7. So we can clearly see 7, 7. So this is equals to 3. Clear? And here we can see 1 to the power log 2 base 1. Here we can see 1, 1, but this is not equals to 2. Why? Because here we can see that base is not defined. Base is not defined. Got it? In the starting of this lecture, I said all terms are defined. We are assuming all terms are defined, but here we are writing this is equals to 1. So this is not defined here. So clearly what will we say? This is undefined. This is not equals to 2 here. It's exception we can say. So remember this. Now if we have 2 to the power 3 log 3 to the base 2. Again we can see here we have 2, here we have 2, but before applying this property, this 3 will go to the power of 3. 3 to the power 3, that is 27. Is it clear? It's a property we will study later, but for the time being it's okay. Is it clear? 3 will go here, 3 to the power 3 will become 27. Now we will apply this property number 4. Now it is 2 here, 2 here, so we can write this is equals to 27 by property 4. Hope it is clear. Next property, this is property number 5. Log b into c to the base a. So whenever we have two numbers in product and we are taking log with any base, then we can write it like log b plus log c with base a. Is it clear? It's a property. We can prove this also. Let us check it out. Proof. In order to prove it, first of all, let log b base a, let's say this is equals to x. From log form we can go to exponential form like a to the power x equals to b. Now it is pretty simple how to go from log to exponential form. Everyone can do it now. Now log c base a, log c to the base a, let's say this is equals to y. Now again convert in exponential form. This will become a to the power y equals to c, like base to the power right hand side, base is a, right hand side is y, base to the power right hand side equals to argument is what? C. Is it clear? Now what we do, calculate b into c first, b into c. So b is what? A to the power x, c is what? A to the power y. Base is same here, so powers will be added, so x plus y. I hope it is clear. This is basic mathematics, everyone should know it. Now take log, not log, in fact use the definition of logarithm. This is what exponential form, from exponential form go back to logarithm form. So base to the power right hand side, so base is a to the power right hand side, x plus y is what? Right hand side, is equals to argument. It means log b into c, this is argument, base is a, this will be equals to x plus y. Log b into c, base a equals to x plus y by definition you can say. So now x is what? Log b to the base a, y is what? Log c to the base a. Is it clear? I hope you have understood. Next property is, this is property number 6. K into log b to the base a. So k will go here on the power of b to the power of b. Got it? We can prove it also. Let us check it out how we can do it. So log b to the base a, log b to the base b. Let's suppose this is equals to c. For the time being, let's suppose. Now convert it in exponential form. Then b is equals to a to the power c. Got it? Now take power k both sides. So we will get b to the power k equals to a to the power c k. Is it clear? Now take log with base a both sides. Take log with base a both sides. So we will get log b to the power k base a. Here we will get something like, if we are taking log c, we will get ck into log a. So this will become what? 1 by property. We just told you earlier in this lecture. So this is equals to 1. So we will be left with only ck here. Ck. Got it? Now put the value of c again here. K is it in its place. Now the value of c is what? Log b base a, log b base a. So you can clearly see what's happening over here. Log b to the power k base a. So this k has come here in front of log. Got it? Or we can say, and vice versa also it is true. K can go to the power of B also. Is it clear? So remember this property. This is very, very important property. Now, one more thing that is again very important. If we are writing log 7 to the power 2 with base 3, then it is fine. If we are taking 2 in front of log, then we can write 2 log 7 base 3 by property that we just read. If we are saying log 7 base 3 and power is here, something here, okay, somewhere here. Now if we apply by property and write 2 log 7 base 3, now this time this will be wrong. Why it is so? Because if we are writing log 7 base 3 whole power 2, it is something like log 7 base 3 whole power 2. This will be written like log 7 into log 7. So it's a different thing. Writing like this and this, both are different. Got it? So in order to apply this property, the power must be on the argument. Is it clear? Power must be on the argument, then and only then we can apply this property. It should be very clear. Now, log a to the power 5 into b to the power 7 base 3. Then first apply the property of product 1. Then that is log m into n type. Log a to the power 5 plus, because these are two numbers which are in product, then we will be writing something like this, plus log b to the power 7 base 7. Is it clear? Now again using property, 5 will come here in front of log, then 5 log a base 3, 7 will come here in front of log, 7 log b base 3. Is it clear? I hope whatever we have learned so far, you have got it. Now property number 7. If we have log b over c base a, then we can write log b minus log c. This is not a new property. This property has come from log b into c. This property has come from this property. Look, we can write it like, we have minus 1 here. Minus 1 will go to the power of c. So we can write c to the power minus 1. By this property, if we go in opposite direction, it is like, if we write this property, log b into c, this will be written like log b plus log c with base a both sides. So log b into c is this. If we go in this direction, if we go in backward direction, matlab means vice versa, this is also true. Is it clear? So we can write log b plus log c to the power minus 1, like log b into c to the power minus 1. Is it clear? And c to the power minus 1 means b over c. C to the power minus 1 means 1 over c. That is, we can write log b over c. Is it clear? I hope it is clear. Fine enough. Now look here, log b plus log c plus log d with base a. So product property is also valid here. It is nothing like product property is valid only for two numbers. We can extend it further to infinite numbers. Got it? It is what I am saying means log like n1 plus, be with me, plus log n2 plus log n3 plus like this. Is it clear? Plus log up to infinite, up to n terms, we can say up to n terms like this. Got it? Then product property will be valid. So this will become log n1, n2, n3, n4 like this, and n. What does it mean? I hope it is clear. Now next one is, if we have something like this, log b minus log c plus log d. First apply property in log b and log d. This will become log b into d, and we have minus log c here. This will go in denominator. So we can see, we can write like log b into d over c. Is it clear? Next property we have base changing theorem, we can say. Next property we have base changing theorem. So in base changing theorem, what we do, we have log a to the base b. We can write it like log a over log b, and we can introduce a new log as per our choice. That is our choice, what ways we should like to introduce. Is it clear? Actually it depends on the question, in which what is the demand of question, what base is to be used. Like if we have log 3 base 2, we can write log 3 over log 2, and we are introducing base 5 here. That is our choice. We can introduce any new base here. We can also prove it. If you want me to prove it, I can show it you. Let's suppose for the time being, log a base b equals to x. Then from log form we can go to the exponential form. If we convert this in exponential form, this will be written like base to the power right hand side equals to argument. Remember this, so this will become base is here b, right hand side is x, that is b to the power x equals to argument. Argument is a here. Is it clear? Now take log both sides. Take log both sides with new base c. With new base c. That is our choice. We are introducing new base c. So log a base c, log b to the power x base c. Is it clear? Then by property that we just read earlier in this lecture, x will come here in front of log. So we can write x into log b base c. Got it? So that is x equals to log a over log b base c here, c here. Is it clear? And x is what? X is log a base b. Put it back, log a base b. So hence proof, this is our base changing theorem. Keep it in mind. This is very important. We have couple of points that should be noted. Noted down. If we have log b base a, log b base a, by using base changing theorem, we can write 1 over log a base b. We can interchange it and can do reciprocal. Is it clear? For explanation, you can see here log b base a. By using base changing theorem, we can write log b log a, and we can introduce new base that is b. If we introduce new base b, then we can see that log b to the base b. Here base and argument is same, so this will be equals to 1. Is it clear? This is equals to 1, and we get 1 over log a to the base b. Hence proof. Next note is if we have log a base b and we have power of base as k, then this is equals to 1 over k log a base b. For explanation, you can see like if we have log a base to the power k, apply base changing theorem, log a log bk here, and introduce new base b. Introduce new base b. Got it? So log a base b here. By property, we have a property, you know that k will come here in front of log. So we get k into log b base b. Again by using property, log b base b is what? Equals to 1. Is it clear? So we are left with 1 over k log a base b. So this is our property. So remember this is very important. Now in general we can say, we have log b to the power n base is a here, and the power of base is m. So this will be written like n by m log b to the base a. Is it clear? So memorize this property. This is very important. these are all the, we can say, sub parts which have come from base changing theorem. Is it clear? Next we have a note over here. Log b to the base 1 over a. 1 over a means a to the power 1. A to the power 1. By using this property, we get minus log base b base a. Then again by property, we can say minus 1 will go to the power of b, and b to the power minus 1 further can be written like 1 over b. Is it clear? So all these three are equal. All these three is the same thing. Now let's move on to the another property, that is property number 9. Property number 9 is what? Any positive number k can be written as any positive number. Take any positive number of this world that can be written in the form a to the power log k base a. Since we know that if we have a base and this number equal, we get the argument. This is something it's a number, when raised to its base, we get the argument. Here argument is k, base is a, and we are raising this number to its base. So definitely, obviously we will get the argument, that is k. So we can write it like this. There is no doubt. Got it? If we have 5, look, if we have 5, we can write it like 7 to the power log 5 base 7, or we can write it to like a to the power log 5 base 8, etc, etc. Got it? Our next property is property number 10. This is property number 10, a to the power log c base b. If we have something like this, a to the power log c base b, we can interchange this argument and this number. We can interchange this number. Got it? So we will get c to the power log a base b. We can prove it also. Let us check it out. For proof, we have a to the power log c base b. For the time being, for a minute, let's say this is equals to k. Clear? Since we know that k is what? Any number, and any number can be written like c to the power log k base c. Clear? Because c, here we have c, here we have c, so we can write it like this. Again, now put the value of k. Again, k is what? A to the power log c base b. Put the value of k back. We get a to the power log c base b here, and c to the power log c. Now k is equals to a to the power log c base b here. Is it clear? Now this is a to the power log c base b. This will, by using property, this will come in front of log. We have a property. Hope you remember. This is a to the power, and this will come in front of log. Got it? So we will be getting c to the power log c base b into log a base c. Is it clear? I hope it is fine. Now, by base changing theorem, we can write this like c to the power 1 over, this will get interchanged, b and c, and will get reciprocal also. So 1 over log b over c by base changing theorem. If you remember, we just read earlier in this chapter. Now log ac is in its place as it is. So now this is something like c to the power log a over log b with base c. Got it? With base c. So by base changing theorem using BCT, we can write it like log a base b. Got it? Remove this base c. By using base changing theorem, we can write it like this. So hence proof. So clearly you can see here we have a, here we have c. Just interchange the position of a and c. Got it? So we will get c here and a here. I hope it is clear. Now there are a couple of points that should be keep in mind. First, we have log b plus log c. This is equals to log b into c log base a. We already know this. There is nothing new in this. Why we are telling you? Look, this is defined only if b and c are positive. If we have b and c both negative, you can see right hand side is positive, that is defined, but left hand side is not defined because argument will become negative and then left hand side will not be defined. Got it? For example, look here, log x into x minus 2 base 2 equals to 2. So from this is log form, convert in exponential form, we will get x into x minus 2 equals to 2 to the power 2. Now solve it. This will become quadratic and solve it yourself. Finally, we will get the two values of x. You can solve it yourself. Quadratic will become x square minus 2x minus 4 equals to 0. Apply quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac over 2a. I hope you remember this formula. So minus b means we get 2 here, plus minus under root b square means minus 2 square, that is 4, minus 4ac we get plus 16, under root 20 means 2 root 5. Got it? Under root 20, find out under root 20, 2 root 5, 2 under root 5. Got it? 2 under root 5, then take out 2 common, this will cancelled out and we will left with 1 plus minus root 5. Here we have two values of x, 1 plus root 5, 1 minus root 5. So both values are acceptable here. Both values are acceptable here. Look here. So this is positive. This is what argument, if we put x equals to 1 plus root 5, argument will be positive. Therefore, this is defined. And this is negative number. If we put x equals to this is negative, this is again negative, negative into negative, we will get positive. So again, this is defined. So here we have no problem. But if we have something like log x plus log x minus 2 equals to 2, then if we apply property, then we will first write like log x into this, then again the same procedure, we will get again same values, 1 plus root 5, 1 minus root 5. Now this time what? Negative value will be rejected. You can see if we put x equals to here, this is negative, so argument is negative, that is not possible, that is not defined. Got it? Argument can never be negative. This will also become negative if we put this value. Is it clear? So this time we will have to reject this value. So what we want to say, whenever we have question like this in log form, logarithmic equation, so then solve it in its original form. Or if you are applying the property, then it's not a problem, just solve it. And but remember one thing, when you get the final answer, you must check it by putting in the original question whether the calculated value is satisfying the original question or not. That's what I'm saying. Whether you solve the question in the original form, but if you are manipulating the question, you are applying the properties, finally you will get some answer. Then what you have to do, you have to check all the values that you have found by putting original question. Got it? Now the same thing is here. If we have log b minus log c with base a here, this is equals to log b over c, we already know that. But if b and c both negative, you can see left hand side is not defined, but right hand side will be defined. Negative will become positive. Is it clear? Third property, log x to the power 2. Here 2 will go here. Got it? By property. It's a property. So we can write like this. But remember here x is negative or positive. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference whether x is negative or positive. This is always defined. But here if x is negative, right hand side is not defined. You can see it yourself. Right hand side is not defined when x is negative. So keep it in mind while solving the question. While solving the question, when you manipulate the question, you will get some values of x. Finally, you will get the values of x. What you have to do, come back to the original question, put the values of x there and check whether it is satisfying or not. Is it clear? Fine. Look here. We have log x cube base a. Here x cannot be negative because if x is negative, argument will become negative. So this is not defined. Here again x cannot be negative here. Is it clear? I hope it is fine. Now one more notch here. We have log a to the base b. By base changing theorem we write it like 1 over log b to the base a. This is right of course, but this is not always right. If I say a is equals to 1, a is equals to 1. So left hand side is what? 0. If a is equals to 1, left hand side is 0. But if a is equals to 1, right hand side is not defined because here a is what? Base, and base cannot be equals to 1. Is it clear? So keep it in mind. These are some points which must be remembered. Now in logarithm, by default base is what? 10. In arithmetic and in calculus, by default base is e. Basically we have two types of log, common logarithm and natural logarithm. In common logarithm we use base 10. In natural logarithm we use base e. Got it? That is, in calculus we use base e. In arithmetic we use base 10. Is it clear? E is a Greek letter and its value is nearly 2.7182. This is non-repeating, non-terminating value. That is, this is what? An irrational number. E is an irrational number. Remember this. Got it? Natural log. In shortcut we write ln x. To natural log, in short we write ln x. You will be seeing at lots of places ln x. Then it means log x to the base e. Whenever you see ln x, you can write it down log x base e. Is it clear? We can convert natural log to common log. And converting factor is what? 2.303. We have log x base e. This is what? Natural log. So if we convert in common log, that is log x base 10, we will have to multiply it with 2.303. Got it? We can prove it also. We can prove it. I can show it to you. Look. If we have log x base e, using base changing theorem, we will get log x base 10 over log e base 10. Got it? Now we know the value of e. Value of e is what? 2.7182. Is it clear? Now we will find out the value of log 2.7182 using log table. Now some students will be asking, how will we come to know what is the value of log 2.7182? So answer is, for that you must know how to look at the table or logarithm table, how to use logarithm table. If you don't know, I will tell you how to use logarithm table later on this chapter, but for the time being it's okay. So the value of log 2.7182 to the base 10 is 0.4342 and 1 over, find it out, 1 over 0.4342 is 2.303. Is it clear? I hope it is fine. So whatever we have studied today, I hope you have understood. So that's all for today.